We are going to show you a very interesting table with the words of the Kabbalist Rabbi Kaduri, the photo done by AFP, and you can see him also here, Rabbi Yosef and Rabbi Kaduri, photo flash 90. So let us see what he said more than 40 years ago. In fact, in Hebrew you have exactly the man who heard it. And this is what here, there will be election, and after the election they will not be able to put together government. This is a clear time of redemption. Amazing. So this he said more than 40 years ago. And if you would know Hebrew, you could see it and hear it. And amazing, in this table you see also interesting date of redemption. Now these are the words, Le'et Erev, towards the evening. This is a part of the story when the dove that Noach sent from the ark to see whether the water died or not. According to the Midrash, the Kabbalah also indicates that Jews will come back to their land, because the dove is a symbol of Jews. So let us see the table, because it's very interesting. The table, as you will see there also this story of Noach sending the dove, and the dove came back towards the evening, indicating to the time of redemption. Amazing. If you take the numerical value of the letters of verse, it comes to, it's here, 781, Tafshin Pe'alef, Me'ashpot Yarim Avion. Now, these are the words which he said, and more details about this. When there will be election, but there won't be a government. This story was recently widely publicized on the Breaking Israel News website, and was even picked up by international media outlets, but the original source of story was Rabbi Eliyahu Mirav Shliter. Yeah, he was really in the Air Force Army, and who heard it with his own ears from the mouth of Rabbi Kaduri when he was his gabbai attendant in Yeshiva Avat Shalom. Rabbi Mari was quoted as saying on one of the occasions when Rabbi Kaduri was receiving questions from the public, one of the Talmidim, the pupil Chacham from the Kollel, asked him, when will Mashiach come, and are there signs that will proceed is coming? So this is what he replied. There will be election, but there won't be government. Amazing. So one can hear it in Hebrew and the site fully, but this is what exactly happened. Now let us see that a table which we did about the possibility of the fifth elections. Now it looked like it because they tried to say it's a big threat that there will be a fifth election. Even if they will try to get something now, it will not be really stable. So this is what you have in this table, which is very significant, as it's one's book. In one's book, you see here Aleph, Aleph, Aleph is Genesis. We said many times, this program that I'm using is Dr. Ottenberg. He said if it is one book, this is a problem. This is a program, letter after letter, in the Torah, and this is a way Torah code which already was used at 100 years ago by Rabbi Bachi. One can see it. If you have Rabbi Achi in English and the Torah of the moon, the birth of the moon. So whatever you have here, it is interesting. You have really a threat of fifth elections. We are already first, after the first one, second one, they could not do the third one, the fourth one could not. Now they very likely will do, because also will not be able to do something stable. Now here, by the way, in Israel, the election is not in the state, in Israel, until they came here. Now what is interesting is the appearance of this year, Tafshin Pe'alef, 781, with son of Jesse, exactly what he said, the son of Jesse, the Messiah, will be coming this time. This is exactly what is written, yeah? So, what we see now more in this table, let us see more now in the table. So you have here Tshuva parallel, indicating that it might be a situation when Jews will have to return, because of troubles, like it was with the rockets, who knows now what will be the under 1,000 rockets. So, might be that this situation now will bring Jews to returning to parallel is very significant, by the way, yeah? When Jews will return to Torah. Now, what is now the threat in Israel? There will be a government of Asiatic people against the Torah, because Lapid is against the Torah, against the Shabbos, with Lieberman and all these people are against Judaism and the Torah. So, and they are going to have this government with the support of Ishmael, of Ram and Balad, yeah, frightening that Arabs, they support the Israeli government. Definitely they can ask anything that, definitely they will not allow, and Israel will have to respond, to react to Hamas or to frightening the situations that Arabs are the basis of the government in Israel. But this is Lapid, these people are far from Torah and don't realize this. And Lieberman and definitely and Horowitz, all this Meretz, far away, Avodah. So interesting, you can see a clear picture. Now this is what I told you about the verse, yeah? So it's written here that Noach sent the dove, ותבוא אליו היונה, the dove, yes, here is a יונה מן התיבה, he sends it from the ark, ותבוא אליו היונה, לעת ערב, she came towards the evening, and you saw that with a letter, and the verse, it come to this here, amazing, the dove is Israel, they are compared to dove, while the other nation, like the Arabs, are compared to raven, and so on. But whatever it is amazing that this story really of Noach sending the dove after sending the raven, we know the story, showing that the Arabs will be there, and then comes the Jews there. And this is a story which clearly indicates that Jews, the dove, will return to their land towards the evening, which is now. So altogether, as I said, very, very interesting table, which really fits with the idea that the elections, the fifth one is a threat of a fifth one. I don't know this. It also might not tell, and maybe after this one, the sixth one, the seventh one, because someone from heaven, these people cannot come to agreement, And there is something, this is a clear sign that we are really very close to the Messiah. So as I said, very interesting verse of the Rabbi Kaduri, a great Kabbalist, and a lot of stories about it. And this is what he said about Israel, that Messiah will come to Israel after the time that they will try to build or initiate a proper, stable government. They will not be able to do it. Amazingly, the location of the table is in this verse that the dove is going to come late Arab towards the evening, and which come to the same numerical value. So altogether, a very interesting story, and the story is real, because this one who heard the story, Rabbi Kaduri, and Rabbi Kaduri was really before in the army, the Israeli army, in the Air Force, and then he became Bresav Chosid, and he did Shuvah. He was a mayor of Emmanuel, very interesting story about him. And he was in this yeshiva, Avat Shalom, where Rabbi Kaduri gave a lecture, and this is exactly what happened. Yeah? So they asked him, what will be? So this is what he said, when there will be elections, but there won't be a government, you see. So there were elections, the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, even fifth one also. Very likely it will not be as stable. And then Messiah will come. This is the year. This is the year מהשפות ירים אביון. If you remember many times, many tables, clearly זה תשפ"א, מהשפות ירים אביון. 781 is the time. But you need Shabbat, the Maimonides, they have to return to Torah. So this was the Rambam says, if they will not do it willingly, God promises will do. No one knows. You know also now the situation with the rockets, which happened with the Hamas. We know what more will be, because Hamas will not give up. They want the land. They want to chase Israel from the land with the help of Iran. And Iran is doing everything. And who knows if the bomb, which is now very close, amazing that they threaten Israel. You see, if you don't give back the land to the Arabs, so this is a bomb that will come over you. No, like they said about the rockets, they have 100,000 rockets. So no doubt that at that time Jews will have to return to God. Like it was the 6 Day War. Yeah, that's a lot of Jews became Orthodox when they saw the great miracles, because only miracles can save Israel. Like now also, that the 4,000, more than 4,500 rockets against Israel, and few people were killed, unfortunately, you know. But no doubt it's a clear miracles, you know. Because every rocket, if you fall on a house, you smash it, you saw what happened only to us, to a few houses. So no doubt that Israel lives in miracles, and God helps them, and hoping that they will do Shuvah, and then they'll do Shuvah, return to the Torah, keep the Shabbos, because there's a case in the Shabbos with Lieberman and Lapid wants is against, he brings Amalekite. Amalekite are those evil forces. The Torah tells us that Amalekite came to attack Israel when there's a case of Shabbat. Yeah, when the question, God is with us or not, when the hands were loose in doing commandments, Refidim, amazing. So this is also today. The Amalekites, the terrorists, Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, all those, get strong from the sins of Jewish life, especially desecration of Shabbos. So interesting and significant table for our days, really. We have to know they are very, very crucial days, not simple at all. So, as I said, real story as you can read, and this story tells us clearly exactly what we are, and we are very close to the Messiah. And before the Messiah, there is Chavlei Mashiach, in Hebrew means the pains of labor. No? This is what we have now. So, as I said, interesting and important and significant table to our time.